Welcome to Roofing Road Trips, the podcast that takes you on a thrilling journey across the world of roofing. From fascinating interviews with roofing experts to on-the-road adventures, we'll uncover the stories, innovations, and challenges that shape the rooftops over our heads. So fasten your seatbelts and join us as we embark on this exciting roofing road trip.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Roofing Road Trips from Roofers Coffee Shop. I'm your host, Karen Edwards, and today we are going to be talking to Todd Farr from EVERROOF, not only about coatings, but about some special drawings and opportunities that they are offering to members of the industry, which is really cool. Todd, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Karen. We're excited to be a part of this.
Well, why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, tell us what you do there at EVERROOF.
Sure, absolutely. So my name is Todd Farr. I'm the National Sales Manager for EVERROOF. We are the roof restoration division of General Coatings. And so we produce top coats, silicone, acrylic, urethanes, primers, mastics, really the entire system for fluid applied restoration.
Okay.
And so we've got 2 plants in LA, 1 in Fresno, and I've got 2 plants in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
All righty. So, coatings is just one of those hot topics right now. Everybody's talking about it. You see it everywhere at the shows. So I would love to just hear from you. What are some of the trends that you're seeing out in the industry right now?
Sure, you bet. So the first overall trend we're seeing is just that contractors are focusing more of their marketing efforts, their production efforts on the fluid applied restoration systems. They're realizing with the economy right now, building owners are looking for the most cost-effective solution to extend the life of the roof, 10, 15, 20 years. The most cost-effective solution are the fluid applied restoration systems, as opposed to a layover or a tear off. Those options are certainly out there, and not every roof, is a good candidate for a fluid applied restoration system. But the ones that are, these building owners and contractors are definitely taking advantage of it. It's a win-win-win, I like to say. So it's a win for the building owner. They're getting a long-lasting, cost-effective solution. It's a win for the contractor. Basically, it's a very easy solution to implement. They don't have to have as much crew as they normally would on a different solution. And if they need to fill in themselves, they can do that as well. I know there's been a bit of a labor shortage, so that comes into play. One of the driving factors there for the contractor is it's one of the most profitable solutions for them. So there is a lot of profit margin for the contractor in that solution. So it's a win-win-win. It's a win for us because we get to be part of this solution. So that's the first trend that I'd like to point out, and that's the overall, driving factor is it's a good time to apply fluid applied solutions. Another trend that we're seeing is a lot of contractors are saying, hey, I want to test these products myself. They're doing pull tests themselves. They're gathering, all the products, our competition, everyone, and they're physically, putting the product down, doing some adhesion tests, before they go into production, which is very wise. And we're hearing just glowing reviews from our contractors. And they're saying, hey, we've tested your products. We didn't take your word for it. We tested it. And you guys are the best of the best. And so that's what they're saying. So yeah. I'm loving it. I'm not coaching them to say that or anything. So I would encourage everyone, before you go into production, do a pull test on your substrates and just test different brands and just see who comes out ahead.
So let me ask this just to clarify for those that might not know.
Sure.
Explain what a pull test is.
Sure. So a pull test is you're going to actually put some product on the roof substrate. You're going to lay down a strip of fabric, polyester fabric, and then you're going to put more product on top of it. You let it cure for a couple days, and then you attach a scale, like a fish scale, to it. and that's why they call it a pull test, because you pull that piece of fabric up, and depending upon the resistance number, that's how strong your pull test is. And so we've been hearing very strong numbers on those pull tests, and that's why I encourage everyone just to do your own tests on these roofs. Before you go into production, it's a wise practice anyway. You want to be 100% sure that product is going to stay on that substrate. So it just gives you peace of mind with your client as well. So we've had great results in the pull test. I encourage everyone to do a pull test or adhesion test on all of our products before you go into production. Some of the other trends that I'm seeing is, of course, with that, an uptick in video and pictures. We always like great video, great pictures of the job sites. It's an excellent practice to incorporate as well. You just want to keep track of the job, before, during, after. It's important in warranty scenarios, and just to document every piece of it. Building owners love it, manufacturers love it, and contractors are really starting to embrace it. I mean, they've been embracing it, but we've seen an uptick in that. And just want to say kudos to all the contractors out there. You're doing a great job of documenting these things. So
nice. Yeah. So it sounds like, this is a trend that's probably going to stick around for a while, and it has low barriers to entry, would you say? Because you don't need a lot of specialized equipment, and the learning curve's not too big.
That is correct. We've got, some contractors that brush it on, that roll it on. They'll use their professional airless sprayers. We've also got those seed spreaders, like you would use on your lawn or something. A lot of contractors have incorporated those, and they really like the method. So there's several methods of application. Learning it, getting certified is fairly easy. You've got our full support. All of our contractors have my personal cell number, so they can talk to me 24/7. I'll get them any technical advice that they need, and get the job done. So it is it's one of the easiest methods to deploy, and it's the most there's a lot of profit margin in there for the contractors. So
yeah,
and it's a fantastic solution. So it's a win-win-win all the way around.
Yeah, it is. And, we talked about learning and educating and helping the contractors. EVERROOF really, though, is taking their commitment to learning and education a step further. And I want to talk about the new roofing classes that were put together by Clemson University in conjunction with the Roofing Alliance. And EVERROOF is giving them away, right?
Yes,
Tell me about that.
Well, it is school's back in session. It is that time of the year. Everyone's getting back in school. And so it's a great time to have another giveaway. And we are excited to partner with the Roofers Coffee Shop, the Roofing Alliance, and Clemson University. And these are just great courses. And this course, I believe there's 3 courses. We're giving away the first course, the fundamentals. And just in that first course alone, the curriculum is, outstanding. You're learning the different types of roof systems, which is, paramount, when you get into the industry and as you go along. You're learning how to decipher blueprints, which is also paramount, when you're bidding on some of these jobs as well. I believe it discusses safety protocols also, which, who doesn't love to be, safe on top of the roof? And there's a few other things. So it is jam-packed with relevant content. And I would say, you definitely want to get in on this drawing. Put your card in. Go by the Roofers Coffee Shop booth. Go by our booth. Put your card in. If you don't have a card, we can enter your information. But you definitely want to be a part of this opportunity. Don't let it pass you by, because there's other courses that you can take that follow this first course, and it's just going to continue your education and take you down that path of success.
Yeah. So when you're saying go and buy the booth, I just want to clarify that you're talking about the Texas Roofing Conference through the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas.
That's correct.
Or if you're not going to be at the show, you can still enter by going on to Roofers Coffee Shop, onto our promos and giveaways page, and you can enter there, or look for EVERROOF, the EVERROOF ad on our site. You can just click on that and enter. The RCAT show in Texas is September 11th through the 13th, and the drawing is going to be live on YouTube on the 13th at 1:30 p.m. Central. So you want to be sure to subscribe to the Roofers Coffee Shop YouTube channel and watch that drawing, because it could be you that wins. And this course, it's like an $800 value, right? And we're not talking, this is a literal college course, online learning, and you get a certificate at the end.
Yes, you do. Yeah, this is a serious thing, and it definitely carries clout with it. And so it's not just for your learning, but people will recognize your certificate, and I highly recommend that everyone takes advantage of this opportunity, because it is a great value.
Yeah. And I think you have, you have several weeks to take this course from the time you started. I think it's 6 weeks or so. So, you can pace it at your own pace if you want to do it on weekends or in the evenings. You don't have to do it all at once. They make it easy.
Yes, for sure. I wish my college experience was like that.
If only. Oh man. So anyway, let's say the Roofers Coffee Shop booth is 352. EVERROOF booth is 406.
406. That's correct.
Yeah. So if you're going to the RCAT show in Texas, please swing by. Say hi to Todd. Tell him you heard him on the podcast. Say hi to Heidi. I won't be there, but our team will be. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, come on by. By the way, I've got a couple plants just right down the road, in Arlington and Bedford. So I got to tell you, if anyone wants a tour, come find me at the show. Come to our booth, number 406, and say, hey, I want to schedule a tour of your plant. I'm happy to set that up for you.
Nice. I then to tell you, if you've not done a plant tour, I've not done one, but I'm not going to be at the show this year, but I should do that too, Todd, because it's fascinating to see the operations, how the product's made, and it's a look behind the scenes.
Yes. Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
So let's talk just briefly before we wrap this up about the future for EVERROOF. Where are you going to be? You're going to be in Texas next week, and then what? Yes.
Well, let me the future's bright. I had put my, sunshades on just to tell you how bright the future, the current and the future looks, from a sales perspective, we're having an outstanding year. We've already surpassed where we finished the year last year. And so it is just a great time of year for us. Coming up, the shows that I have coming up, we've got the Western States Show that's going to be out in Las Vegas at the end of this month. There's a Builders Expo in Fort Lauderdale, Florida that I'm going to be at. We've got the Midwestern Contractors Association coming up in St. Paul, Minnesota. That's going to be next month. And of course, we have IRE in San Antonio, in the great state of Texas, coming up in the first part of the year. So, we've got some great shows coming up. We're excited to see everyone. And it's just going to be a great, third, fourth quarter, and then going into first quarter of 2025.
Nice. Exciting. Good stuff. And thank you so much for being here today, Todd, and for giving back to the industry, right? Especially not only through your own education and support that you give contractors, but through this Clemson Roofing Alliance roofing class. That's really cool.
Sure. Thank you, Karen. We're excited to be a part of it, and we're honored to be associated with all the organizations. So thank you.
Yeah. And thank you all for listening to this episode of Roofing Road Trips. Be sure to follow us on social media so that you never miss a thing. And we hope to see you on a future episode. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
If you've enjoyed the ride, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us on every roofing adventure. Make sure to visit rooferscoffeeshop.com to learn more. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next Roofing Road Trip.